DNA. These three letters stand for deoxyribonucleic acid, which is a very important molecule in our cells. The two main types of nucleotides are DNA deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA ribonucleic acid. Although DNA and RNA both carry genetic information, there are quite a few differences between them. The shape of a DNA molecule is like a twisted ladder or a double helix. They are made up of two strands that wind around each other to form a twisted ladder. It has a long chain of nucleotides. DNA looks the same and has the same structure in every species. The instructions for almost all living things come from DNA. Whereas RNA is a single-stranded molecule which has a shorter chain of nucleotides. DNA serves as a blueprint for the synthesis of proteins. DNA is the information molecule for all living organisms. DNA stores genetic information that stores instructions for making other large molecules, called proteins. And this DNA also needs or uses four letters ATCG to perform its crucial job. In humans and all other animals, DNA is the genetic material. The transmission of qualities from one generation to the next is passed by DNA. These can be physical characteristics such as eye color, hair color, skin tone, blood type, or behavioral characteristics or illness. There are a lot of different proteins in our body and each protein has its secret code. DNA stores all the secret codes of different proteins. DNA provides the code for the cell's activities while RNA converts that code into proteins to carry out cell functions and RNA acts as a messenger between DNA and ribosomes to make proteins. Most DNA is located in the nucleus but small amounts of DNA can be found in the mitochondria. RNA forms on the nucleolus and then moves to the cytoplasm. So it is found in the cytoplasm, nucleus, and in ribosomes. We all know the shape of a DNA molecule like a twisted ladder or a double helix. The backbone of a ladder is made of sugar and phosphate molecules. The sugar found in DNA and RNA are different. The sugar that is present in DNA is deoxyribose and the sugar that is present in RNA is ribose sugar. In the ribose sugar, we can see that the hydroxyl group is attached to carbon number 2 and which makes RNA more reactive than DNA, and RNA is not stable in alkaline conditions and is more easily subject to attack by enzymes. In DNA, carbon number 2 only contains hydrogen atoms and this sugar is called deoxyribose. Deoxyribose means the removal of oxygen. Deoxyribose is more stable than the ribose group. It helps DNA do its task of keeping genetic information safe and secure. In the base pairing of DNA, guanine always pairs with cytosine, and adenine pairs with thymine. Whereas, the base pairing in RNA, guanine always pairs with cytosine, and adenine pairs with uracil. DNA replicates on its own, it is self-replicating. On the other hand, RNA does not replicate on its own. It is synthesized from DNA when required.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.